A heart attack doesn't wait until you're old. Robert was 30 years old, young, active. "I've got plenty of years ahead of me," he used to say. There was no serious illness in his family history. He hit the gym every now and then and considered himself good enough. But what he didn't know was this: what damages the heart is rarely one big mistake. It's the small habits repeated every single day. An extra cup of coffee, an hour less of sleep, another skipped workout. Each one seems harmless on its own, but over the years, they accumulate. A heart attack doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of vascular damage that builds up over months, even years. And yes, it can begin in your 30s. In fact, specialists are now finding early-stage arterial changes in people in their 20s. The clock starts ticking much earlier than most of us would like to believe. Mistake number 5. Thinking, "I'm young, my blood pressure is fine." Most people in their 30s never get their blood pressure checked. They assume hypertension is something that happens to older people. But chronic stress, excess salt, poor sleep, and hours spent hunched over a screen can all raise blood pressure at a young age. High blood pressure damages the inner lining of blood vessels, causes the heart muscle to thicken, and silently triggers the formation of arterial plaque. Over time, this lays the groundwork for atherosclerosis. If the damage starts at 30, the consequences often show up at 40. What makes it even more dangerous is that hypertension rarely gives any warning signs. No headache, no dizziness, nothing. That's exactly why it's known as the silent killer. Mistake number 4. Being sedentary but thinking you're in shape. Being thin is not the same as being healthy, and yet most people still haven't made that distinction. A desk job, long hours of sitting, and sporadic exercise can raise insulin resistance, elevate triglycerides, and increase levels of systemic inflammation. This kind of metabolic decline, when it starts young, significantly raises the risk of coronary artery disease down the line. The heart muscle does not like stillness. Arteries that go unused gradually stiffen. Something as simple as a 30-minute walk each day can slow this process considerably. The problem isn't a lack of knowledge, it's the habit of putting things off until tomorrow. Mistake number 3. Dismissing sugar because I don't have diabetes. Energy drinks, white bread, packaged snacks. When blood sugar spikes and crashes repeatedly, the walls of your blood vessels are under constant stress. Prediabetes is now surprisingly common in people in their 30s, but most don't realize they have it. They chalk up the fatigue, hunger crashes, and brain fog to stress. Elevated insulin levels accelerate fat storage, stiffen arteries, and quietly pave the road toward a cardiac event. A simple fasting blood glucose test could catch this risk early, before it becomes something much harder to reverse. Mistake number 2. Accepting stress as a normal way of life. Deadlines that never end, not enough sleep, a mental load that follows you everywhere, and the most dangerous part, convincing yourself that everyone lives this way. Every moment of stress puts your body on high alert. Heart rate climbs, blood pressure rises, cortisol constricts your blood vessels. Chronic stress can cause arrhythmias and vascular damage even in young people. The heart simply cannot live in a constant state of emergency. The physical toll of psychological burden is invisible, but it is very real. Treating stress as a badge of resilience may well be the most expensive mistake on this list. Mistake number 1, and the most dangerous, ignoring the warning signs. One day after a workout, Robert felt a pressure in his chest. Probably just a muscle strain, he told himself. A week later, climbing a flight of stairs left him breathless. "I'm just tired," he said. But what was actually happening was the early stages of a myocardial infarction. In younger people, heart attack symptoms can be subtle: a tightness or burning sensation in the chest, pain radiating down the left arm, sudden sweating, shortness of breath, and unexplained and persistent fatigue. Any one of these can seem like nothing on its own, but when they appear together or keep coming back, your body is trying to tell you something. Being young is not the same as being immune. Early vascular damage can lead to sudden, entirely unexpected cardiac events. Heart attacks don't choose by age, risk factors don't choose by age, and neglect never chooses at all. The small mistakes made at 30 can come to at 35, at 40, or on some otherwise ordinary day when you least expect it. And perhaps the most painful truth is this: the vast majority of these events were preventable, if only they had been caught a little earlier, if only someone had gone to the doctor, if only that one symptom hadn't been waved away as nothing. So let me ask you directly, what are you actually doing for your heart? Because youth is temporary, but arterial damage is not. Now subscribe to my channel and let's discuss this in the comments.